got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Herbert now. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Week 11 in the NFL, and the playoff race is starting to take shape. We got a couple of good divisional matchups. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. They find some open field here. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mahomes going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
From down near his goal line here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. More from L.A. in a moment. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Herbert on 1st down now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Down to about the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the lead will hold at 10.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He's got room at the 30, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers. And even 40 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. From the 44, Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. That'll give him 8 that time. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 11. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. Good enough for a Charger first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So out come the Chargers.
Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He completes it to Beckham. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Herbert.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Herbert going to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. A hit as he throws. Be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert and the Chargers down 21-13, 26 seconds to go.
They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on 1st down.
Herbert to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One last throw here for Herbert. He's got a man. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning